Championship on the line. 4 out of the last 5 ROH TV champions have been born outside of the United States. Will this exciting New Zealander make it 5 out of 6 here tonight?
And you know the reason why he's here, this very moment, Riccaboni. Why don't you remind everybody?
Absolutely. There's been very few people that have defeated Punishment Martinez. Jay White has done that more than once. But of course, he's been on the receiving end of some punishment.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make, Riccaboni. It's not going to stop. Jay White, he better watch his back because el castigador caribeño, Punishment Martinez, from the island of Puerto Rico, which happens to be my home, he will deliver.
Well, it's going to take a lot. It may take everything because he takes on a man that's on the roll of a lifetime. There you see the ROH World Television Championship, the Best of Super Junior trophy. He had to win 5 win-or-go-home matches to capture his second in 3 years. And around his waist, that prestigious IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. A man who won the loss against Takahashi Cage's career. Came to the United States, defeated Jay Lethal. Within 1 week's time, defeated Marty Scurll to capture the television championship. And then he got in his DeLorean and he flew, accumulating all of the treasures to see along the way. Right now, we're going to take it to Bobby Cruz for our in-ring championship introduction.
This is your television main event. It's scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Introducing first to my left, the challenger. Wrestling out of Auckland, New Zealand. Weighing even 200 pounds, Jay White. His opponent to my right, wrestling out of Tokyo, Japan. Weighing 192 pounds, he is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and is the defending Ring of Honor World Television Champion, KUSHIDA.
Man who's put global emphasis on that championship, but here we see the tail of the tape. Jay White, of course, debuting in 2013, New Japan Young Lion. KUSHIDA, the experience edge over a decade. Referee Paul Turner with the championship. Of course, used the hashtag ROH TV title to talk about this match.
Don't also forget about the hashtag Cállate Ian. That's hashtag CALLATEIAN. Cállate Ian.
It's main event time. Code of honor adhered to. I'd expect nothing less between these two.
I get it. Like I tell you before, I always give credit where it's due. He's a very, 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 very well decorated, athlete that you find in KUSHIDA. However, Jay White is out here to prove something. So this could go either way, but at the same time, he's kind of like you, Riccaboni. He likes to live in the past.
But Jay White rolling through that great record is indicative, of course, a pinfall victory over Christopher Daniels to launch his Ring of Honor career. As we see him driving the knee into the jaw, working on that shoulder, that ball and socket joint.
Speaking of driving, how much did you pay for your DeLorean, Ian?
Not going to acknowledge that, as KUSHIDA now with the front face lock.
I'll tell you this much, this is going to be a very interesting match to watch. As you know, Kenny King, with the recent happenings with the rebellion and everything, he's very intently watching this in the back because he too wants to get his opportunity.
And he will. Upcoming weeks of Ring of Honor television, of course, he earned a World Television Championship opportunity in a 4-corner survival match. He will presumably face the winner of this bout. Of course, is there something perhaps between Kenny King and Jay White? Do you think Kenny King is rooting for Jay White here with the happenings between Search and Destroy and the Rebellion?
You never know at this point. I mean, he did kind of somewhat have something to do with them splitting, but at the same time, I think that Kenny King just has his eyes on the prize. He wants a title shot. He doesn't care. However, the added bonus would be if Jay White were to win, he gets to beat Jay White, and he also gets the title.
Kushida. Bending that arm. Oh. Jay White in a lot of trouble here.
Oh, my.
Kushida likes to soften that arm up. Oh!
That's going to create some problems for Jay White.
It will, especially as Kushida perhaps works toward that signature hoverboard lock. A move that he's won countless titles across the world with.
He is going about it the right way, I'll say that much. He's inflicting as much pain on his arm as possible.
White drops down, Kushida up the ropes. Pushes it through. Challenging for the drop kick. Can he capture the title? Don't go anywhere. We're back, Ring of Honor fans. It's main event time. Kushida defending the ROH World Television Championship against the New Zealander Jay White.
Ooh.
Of course, next week, our Women of Honor special, huge main event, triple threat. Kelly Klein, pretty badass, will take on the virtuosos Deanna Purrazzo and Karen Q. And then in 2 weeks' time, Rico, it's official.
In 2 weeks' time, like you said, it is official. 2 out of 3 falls. Cody versus Christopher Daniels. For everybody to see and for the Ring of Honor Championship.
Ooh, just a 2 count there. Sorry to cut you off. That might be the biggest match we've ever had here on Ring of Honor. Pay-per-view rematch. But let's not gloss over what's at hand here, Rico. The ROH World Television Championship at stake. Of course, Jay White grew up in New Zealand, started professionally wrestling in the UK. He then became a young lion in the New Japan Dojo. One of the athletes he looked up to is the man he's in the ring with, the man he's trying to defeat for that television championship. 2!
And in defeating Kushida, he will have achieved one of the top things that any young lion or any student of the trade would like to do.
Oh, wait a minute. Grapevine's the leg. Look at this.
Where's he going with this?
Oh, hold on. Look at that, just driving into that ankle. Goes back. This is a full Moonalock here.
Whoa.
Locks it in. You don't often see the legs grapevined and locked in as well as you do here. Kushida in a precarious position.
That is very interesting. Again, as you mentioned, I've never seen it executed this way.
Look at that. Grabs the arm, using it to choke himself. Will he tap? Will we see a new champion?
Adding extra pressure. Oh, he's got the rope. He's got the rope.
Interesting to note, I'm just noticing this now, Rico. When we went through the tail of the tape, of course, there's the height difference, but the reach advantage, I think, is going to come into play. We know that Jay White, we've seen him use the crossface. We saw him use that in the match at Best in the World when Search and Destroy defeated the Rebellion. He's got an arsenal of submissions that he can pull out at any time. And that reach advantage might be the difference, and it was there on that chop.
It sure was, Tony, because anytime,
rolling heels.
Anytime you want to throw a hold on somebody, your wingspan has tons to do with it. The more you can reach around their neck, their throat, the more damage you'll be able to do.
Whoa!
Speaking of damage, oh my goodness!
And Kushida, who's a big money fighter, he is never afraid to put life and limb on the line when the gold hangs in the balance.
Kushida will throw caution in the wind by any means necessary in order to keep his title.
Of course, next week, Ring of Honor will be in Concord, North Carolina. We have the War of the Worlds UK tour coming up. I think either of these men would love to have that television title around their waist. Ooh! And the big money it would come with defending the championship on those Ring of Honor events.
I can't wait to Concord. I look forward to the UK. Let's see what happens if Jay White can get the W tonight so he can get the title.
Wouldn't that be something? We see a nice front face single arm takeover here for a modified suplex. Kushida, though, grabbing the wrist, going back to that arm again.
He's showing much emphasis on Jay White's arm. Oh!
Driving him into the corner, hooks the leg. 1, 2, new champion? No.
Luckily, he didn't think of grabbing that rope.
Yeah, and the more that Kushida begins to work on that arm, I'm beginning to see his strategy unfurl in front of us.
Well, look at Jay White. He's favoring that arm. I think this may come into play.
It could, especially if Kushida goes for that hoverboard lock. And look at this. He could. Wait a minute. Look at it cinch it in. Does he have it locked? Can't quite tell from our vantage point.
He is weakening his arm.
Oh, yeah. And that elbow bending in a way it's not supposed to bend.
The agony of Jay White screaming echoes through this building entirely.
And those legs grapevine around the waist. But White, look at the power of Jay White, the man from New Zealand.
Again, that size difference now comes into play. But even the biggest man.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute, look at the strength of Jay White. Oh. Wow.
Man.
Going back to the chops with those ham hocks. Oh, flatliner around the waist. Deadlift, German suplex with the break on. Still getting with the title. Oh, but back to the arm. Going right back to the arm, the champion with the advantage once again.
Very well beat. Jay White's downfall, but smart enough to put his foot on the rope.
Those long limbs again, the champion back in control, but can he retain the title? You don't want to miss it. We're back, Ring of Honor fans. Ian Riccaboni, Rico De La Vega, television title on the line. And look at this, Jay White going for a stoppage, delivering those elbows into the throat of KUSHIDA. And look at this, he might be going for, he likes to go for that crossface, Rico.
There he goes. This could very well be it.
A little bit of a Cobra clutch crossface here.
But you really have to ask yourself, Riccatoni, he's been putting so much work on Jay White's arm. Can he hold it long enough?
That's a great point. He's been wearing down that shoulder, that arm, that wrist, as we see. Butterfly.
Oh.
Whoa! Face first. Drives him into the mat. Jay White, 1, 2.
We have a new.
Whoa! So close.
A little bit.
You know, earlier I said Jay White could be the fourth. Oh, hold on.
Wait, he's going to go for it?
He's going to go for the Kiwi Crusher here, Rico. He has him up, locks the
There he
hands.
goes.
Oh, those hands came out. 1, 2. And I have to think that work on that arm, Rico.
You can see the arm buckle.
Certainly did. He couldn't keep those hands clasped for long. As both men are now down on the mat. What will it take for either man to cross the finish line and leave Lowell, Massachusetts, the Ring of Honor World Television Champion?
This needs to be the time that Jay White starts thinking strategically. His arm is in a bad way right now. He needs to figure out how to defeat KUSHIDA without compromising his arm. Oh!
And this is the time for KUSHIDA to maintain that surgical precision. Look at the strength of Jay White here. Looking for that Kiwi Crusher again.
But he's still holding on to the arm.
Yeah, bending that arm a little bit unnaturally.
Oh!
Has him up.
I guess.
Got it! Kiwi Crusher! New champion! 1, 2, no!
So close!
And look at that arm. He couldn't use it to keep KUSHIDA down.
My goodness. How is he still functioning?
And
it looks limp.
And he didn't even lock it fully in, Rico. So many things. In a normal match under normal circumstances against anyone other than KUSHIDA, who's targeted that arm, we would have a new world television champion, Jay White.
Guy at the Ian, that's up for debate. You can't determine that. However, in this match, he definitely has something going on with his arm. He's favoring it. Oh no, he's got it again.
KUSHIDA looking to derail Jay White's dream of becoming the first New Zealander to capture the ROH World Television Championship. He would be the 5th out of 6th Ring of Honor World Television Champion to be international. Oh!
Not for nothing, you have to admire Jay White and his willingness to just keep fighting, even though his arm is practically out of the socket.
Absolutely. KUSHIDA, though, staggering. Ooh! And you can't discount the power and resilience of Jay White, because for every scientific hold that he puts on Jay White, wow!
He just ate that.
Jay White has a powerful answer, including that signature forearm.
Great forearm, but you have to ask yourself, Riccatoni, what about the other arm? I can't get off of that.
It's hanging by a thread here. And he needs some ice, some aspirin. You can't do that mid-match, though, Rico.
Listen, I tell you, for somebody who has experienced a shoulder injury, this is not good for him.
Oh! But he's fighting back with that right arm and that ham hock on the end of it. Fighting back. Second rope on the inside, running at Sagiri. Connects, and I think the only thing powering Jay White right now, no matter how bad that shoulder feels, one thing that'll make it better, is that ROH World Television Championship draped around it.
I have to agree with you right there, Riccaboni. There's nothing like winning a championship to heal any wound.
And Jay White connecting. Just fighting now. He is fighting. Oh,
He's
no.
got it again. He's got it again.
Looking for that hoverboard lock. You can't win on the second rope on the inside, but just wrenching him. Wait a minute.
And that's why you just pick him up and toss him.
Oh, Jay White to the top. KUSHIDA.
What is KUSHIDA thinking?
Oh, rope. Again, arm drag, but he keeps the hoverboard lock. It's locked in. Center of the ring. Nowhere to go for Jay White.
Se acabó. That's it.
It has to be it. Jay White is resilient. He's a great athlete.
He's going for that rope. He's going for that rope.
Oh, wait a minute. KUSHIDA rolls through. Back to the future. 1, 2. KUSHIDA retains. What a match.
What a match indeed.
The winner of the match and still Ring of Honor World Television Champion, KUSHIDA.
And this is one that will go down in the record books. KUSHIDA successfully defends the ROH World Television Championship. What a champion.
Oh, wait a
he
minute.
is.
Whoa. Riccaboni, somebody is making their way down to the ring.
Oh, Rico, the business at hand here is a great television.
No, the business at hand is that Kenny King is making his way to the ring. Now, you have to ask yourself, Riccaboni, you tell me, seeing what happened with Shane Taylor earlier, what's on Kenny's mind when he's coming down here?
Let's take a look at this replay. Beautiful Mexican arm drag, keeps the hoverboard lock. And let me know that Jay White did not give up. He needed to be pinned. It took the finishing moves of KUSHIDA, moves plural.
Okay, Riccaboni, that already happened. Get out of your DeLorean. Kenny King is in the ring right now. And again, you saw what Shane Taylor did earlier. Is that what is on Kenny King's agenda right now?
No, he's clearly a man who's earned a championship opportunity. We know the Rose is behind him. We know the Rebellion is behind him. And soon on Ring of Honor Television, we will see these two men meet for the ROH World Television Championship. But